Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Novak. What I want to talk about is aquarium glass cleaners. And this is one I bought. Oh, I bought this thing maybe 7-8 months ago. And it's like that air pump that I did, the Hygger air pump. And this I paid for myself because I needed a glass cleaner. And comes with instructions, like you really need instructions and everything, but this is the box it came in, and this is what it looks like right here. Now, the reason I bought a new glass cleaner is because my old glass cleaners, they work, but they don't float. And the new glass cleaners today, they float. So if you're cleaning your glass and it just happens to come loose, very strong magnet. If it just happens to come loose, and it'll float to the top, and then you can grab it again with this. The thing about these new products like this is they're starting to get scrapers on them. This is a scraper that connects up to the product, and you slide it on. Like this. And now it will scrape, and this will be a scraper. Now it comes with two scrapers. It comes with a metal scraper, and it comes with a plastic. The metal isn't very good. I think I lost the metal one. Like I said, I've had this quite a while because it didn't work. The metal wasn't perfectly flat, and therefore it would scrape maybe in the center, but wouldn't scrape at the edges. But for the price, I've seen these scrapers like this for over $100, and that to me is just ridiculous. So I think I bought this for $30 or something like that. But I use it with the scraper because it does work. But like all glass cleaning, aquarium cleaning devices, this can only take you so far. And it will scrape. You can get in there, scrape all the way down. And of course, a lot of people will say this will depend on the magnetic pull of the two items here, that how strong it is. But then if it's so strong, then you can't move it on the glass. So there's a point of how much are you going to pay for one of these? I've seen them over $100. That to me is ridiculous. But it does the job. I've been using it now for, like I said, 7-8 months. I haven't had a problem with it as far as how it works. But I will tell you this. It can't do everything. One of these can't. So the next thing manufacturers have actually come up with is these. And these are scrapers. And I've had these since, I'm going to say 70s. These plastic ones. They used to be longer. And they had a little tip that came in a fork, but they broke. You know, you're putting pressure on them, especially as they get longer. And this is only plastic. And as you put pressure, it would crack. And so anyhow, sanded them down. Still used them. They're good for a shark tank. So if you don't mind getting your hand into the aquarium, they have a razor blade to get off any of the hard algae. But you don't see a lot of these too much anymore with the razor blades. And I don't know why, but yeah, I do know why. A lot of people are coming up with, they don't want metal touching their glass. They don't want metal scratching the aquarium glass. And that I understand. But I did find on the internet, and I would give a link below, of this device, which is the same as these. But this I've been using now for quite some time, and it unscrews. Look at that. And I'll leave a link below, so in case you want to buy one of these. But you can make it shorter if you have a short aquarium, as you can see. And this is a razor blade holder. If you want it longer, you can add the extension that comes with it, all stainless steel. And then you can put the handle on. Now it's heavy. You can tell this is very heavy because it is all stainless steel. The good thing of it is I've used it on my 90 gallon, which is over 18 inches. This will go over 24 inches. It doesn't bend like these. It's not going to break like those do. But let me show you how this particular item works. You unscrew this screw. Everything's stainless. Put your razor blade. There's 2 holes here. Another piece goes here, and then you just replace the screw. There. And much like these, the razor blade sticks out and you can scrape your aquarium. Another thing about this versus these, and these, like I said, are very old and you can't put a lot of pressure on them. They will break. This one you can, is that a lot of people, I found out, they don't like to use metal on their aquariums. They don't want a scraper. They don't want anything metal because they don't want to scratch their aquarium. So what they do is they use a credit card. This is a gift card from Krabby Patty's here in Florida. And they go in there and scrape the glass by hand using a credit card. Very common. But what I did with this is you can literally take this credit card and you can mount it onto this scraper. And all you do is just put it down and copy the holes of where they're to be or where you want them. And you can put the scraper any way you want it. There. That was hard. And now all you need is a hole puncher. And you go in there, line up the hole. Punch it out. And now this is able to mount on to this. You can do it longwise and just mount this onto here, just like you did the razor blade. Now I've been using this for quite some time because you can do it either way. So you can punch the holes in it. It takes, as you can see, it only takes a matter of a few seconds to do it. Make sure it's lined up, tighten these up. That's it. Put the handle on. There. You have a real strong, now it almost looks like a spatula. But now you can get in there and actually let me move this. Well, I don't have to move. You can just go in there and scrape it, as you see on the video. You can literally just scrape or put it the other way. The good thing about this is you can get in between plants that could be growing real close to the glass, and this, being longwise like this, can get in between the plant and your glass to keep trying to scrape that algae off without using a sharp razor blade that could wind up scratching your glass. If you want, you can turn it the other way, but this, because it is so strong, I use it on the 90-gallon, I use it on the goldfish aquarium. It's about as much strength as you're going to put if you're holding it. The only difference is you're not going to get wet. Just this is going to get wet. So it really is a little modification with just a couple of tools and an old credit card or a gift card like this is. You can mount it onto here. And I like to use this like this because I have a lot of plants now, especially in the 90-gallon, that are growing close to the glass. And to get something like a scraper, a magnetic scraper, in between the plant and the glass, you're going to just break all the plants apart, or it can't do it. You need so much room. So with something like this, though, as the plants grow closer and closer to your glass, you can just get in there between the plant and the glass and clean everything off, and it works fine. So I think, if I remember correctly, this was like 17 bucks. It's all stainless steel. It's all been welded. It's heavy. Take my word for it. It is heavy. This is heavy duty. This has been knurled, probably CNC, and then they knurled it. This is far, far better quality than these plastic ones. Even though I've had these plastic ones for quite a few years, as you see, they break. And that was the big problem, that these probably were at least 3-4 inches longer. These were. And of course, just from putting pressure, holding on to this and putting pressure, it eventually broke the plastic. I think I paid like 17 bucks for one of these. Anyhow, the link's below. I got it off of Amazon. And you can make yourself a scraper so you don't have to get your hands wet. And if you have a very deep tank, instead of trying to reach in there with the deep tank, you can just add your extension rods onto this. Look at that. And now you can get over 24 inches of tank. You know, this may make a difference for people who even have deeper tanks, that if you can get your hand in there or your arm in the tank, at least you can grab this now and still have the rigidity. You know, see, look at that. So this thing's going to give you all the strength you need because of the way it's put together. Anyhow, it's a very good item. Both scrapers are very good. This one, I don't know who the manufacturer is on this one. It probably was more than likely made in China, but really, for a piece of stainless steel tool, for a planted aquarium, when you go to clean your glass and you don't want to put your hands in the aquarium and you want to use a plastic card, this works perfectly fine for scraping on the glass. And it works. So that's all with this video. I thought I would show you a quick glass cleaning scrapers. Like I said, the application of a big bulky scraper that you put into your aquarium that slides with the magnet, it has its place. I use them all the time. But sometimes getting in between the substrate and the aquarium glass, and then if you have plants or you may have a rock or something else that's too close and you can't do it, this will do the trick for you. Grab it, scrape it. It works perfectly fine. Without getting your hands all wet. Anyhow, that's what this video was about. It's a quick video on how to modify or buy different scrapers to help keep your glass clean on your aquarium. Until next time, this is Dr. Novak. Thank you very much for watching.